Hello, everyone, and welcome to another module. Here we are talking today about the solar plexus and heart chakras and how we can pull in the energy and use that fuel and that fire for our quantum healing work. Let's first start with some any questions that you have, anything that you want to catch up on, anything that you have any questions about, and then also anything exciting, anything that you're noticing in your life, any gratitude, all of that kind of stuff. So who would like to start today? All right. Everybody's like, me.
I can go.
Okay.
I'm just grateful. Nate's mom, my partner's mom, just left, and she helped a lot. So when you guys come, she planted a whole bunch of flowers everywhere, and she helped put solar lights all over the place. And so she helped us just kind of get stuff more set up and a little more prettified. So that's awesome. And we found some local people to hire to do some work. Like we had the glass shop painted and it looks beautiful. And then we found someone else to do some excavation work for us, which is really cool. So things are progressing, which is nice. It's nice to see, just to turn around and see something done and I didn't have to do it.
Right. Yeah. That's always fun.
I love that. And I go, oh, that looks awesome. Thank you. So yeah. It's nice to have more work done than I could do by myself and just kind of turn around and go, yay.
That's the key. You got to have people to help you for sure. Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, I'm super excited and I can't wait to be there and see it. And it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, and I'll be sharing. Is a lot of reason why I haven't shared a lot of pictures is because we needed help kind of clearing out some spaces so that we could set stuff up, and we're in the process of having a bunch of garbage removed that was left by the previous owners. And so for us, the property has been really neglected. So there's a lot of things around that need cleaning up. So that was part of the guy coming out. Like he was supposed to start the job tomorrow. He actually started today, which is like, who starts a job early, right? But he's been amazing. So he's already started removing the garbage and it already looks 1,000 times better and he's just gotten started. So
awesome.
It's nice. But on the website or on the Facebook page, I'll post kind of because I'm realizing that like not a lot of you have gone glamping or really get the idea of what it means to come and stay somewhere that is very sustainable and eco-friendly and very much about protecting the environment and coming and being in nature. So everything that we do is very, very centered around getting that experience in nature. So, and being as connected to nature and using as few utilities and outside things as possible so that people can really connect with that. So I'll do a little write-up and I'll post it on the page so that everyone can get more of an idea. And I've been taking pictures, so I'll share a bunch of pictures of the property and the things that we've done already and things like that. So
awesome. Super excited. Sounds amazing. Yay. Thank you for sharing. All right. Who else? Yep.
I'm excited to see your docu-series. That looks to be fantastic. I was just reading the email.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's super exciting. And I'm very grateful for all of the returning people that were on it that last year and the new people, and that I would get to do a live class with Bruce Lipton the day before it starts. And, that we get to do an interactive class with him and talk. And just the people that are on it are just amazing and incredible. And it's going to be really powerful. Glad that most of the work is done with that. I've been running my butt off for weeks now. And so finally this week, I'm kind of like being able to, I didn't get out of bed on Monday. I worked from the bed on the computer. So it was great. Yeah. So
yeah, well, good for you.
Awesome. Thank you.
I can go.
Okay.
I'm also excited about what you're doing. The forum that is going to be really exciting. I'm also excited about glamping at this point because Kyla connected with me and she answered some of the questions that I had, because I'm like, okay, so what do I take? What do I don't take? And all that kind of stuff. And then I got a little bit of something that was different for me in the middle of the week. I got a little bit of respite yesterday. I got to spend some nice quality time in my garden with someone and just got to be, and it felt amazing. I felt so refreshed afterwards. So that for me and my lifestyle is kind of like, that's going to be so nice. And I cannot wait to get out there and unhook from my phone. I just need it to be able to be charged so that I can, when I get back to civilization, I have a phone. That's, like making connecting flights and stuff like that. So yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, I need to record stuff too. So
There you go. There you go. So I'm really excited.
There's definitely, I mean, yeah, you'll
Yeah.
be fine. You can have things charged and all that. It's not
Yeah.
that. It's not
No,
that.
I'm excited. She explained a few things and I'm like, okay, I've got this. I can
Right.
do this. This is
Right.
going to be fantastic because I do like being out in nature. So yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Beautiful. All right. Anybody else have anything that they want to share or any questions that they have about where we're at so far? Yeah, Michelle, please.
I just wanted to say that I'm pretty encouraged. I've been making a lot of progress, and I've been doing the labs a couple times. So with Stacy and Laura, and I met with Barb the other day. So that is giving me a lot of incentive to keep going, and start working with people. So
Awesome.
I actually have 3 people now that I'm just going to start working with them for free just to practice, and I have a
Great.
friend.
And you know what? So part of the certification is that you actually work with with someone over a period of time. So if you use one of those, you can use one of those people.
Oh,
So that's part of at the end, we ask you to do at least 3 sessions with the same person so that you can see the progress and like take notes and stuff on that, so that you could start that now if you wanted and do that kind of, so just keep notes on what you're doing because it's going to help you and it's also going to help with what you're, if you want to use that in the end.
okay, great.
Yeah.
The other question I had was in the modules where it has the lab always says, requirements, complete the survey, post on Facebook, but some of mine don't have surveys. Is that normal? Like last 13 did
So
not.
yeah, if at any time something is missing in the membership platform, just shoot an email to the team, because that just means it's a glitch in the platform or that something hasn't uploaded correctly or whatever. And they usually are pretty good about getting back to you within 24 to 48 hours. So yeah, there should be surveys on everyone. So if there's one's missing, I'll have my team go back and then look and see what's
Okay.
going on.
I'll
Yeah.
email them too. Should I email right from the site? I did that once.
No, info@intuitiveintelligenceacademy.com.
Oh, okay. I emailed from the site once and I didn't get responses. So
Yeah, I don't even know where that goes.
gotcha.
I have no idea. It's a membership site, and I honestly have no idea where that's set up to go. So everything if you have a question or need something, please always send it. My assistant and my team answers all the emails at the Intuitive Intelligence Academy site.
That's the info@intelligent, that
Yeah.
one. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Because actually that website or that membership site is set up under my email for melissa@melissabinkley.com. And if it goes there, who knows? My assistant goes in and reads those emails and stuff, but we get so behind on those. So yeah, send it to the assistant. They'll definitely get it.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Will do.
Awesome. All right.
Hey, Melissa.
Yeah.
It would be a miracle for me anyway. I was teaching Reiki this past weekend and someone was having some issues and she couldn't get grounded and there was nothing I could do to set her up to be grounded.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, I looked at her and I said, can I look at you in a different way? And she said, yes. And I said, just energetically, it's like, it's quantum. It's in the quantum. And she said, sure. And I closed my eyes and I said, do you have problems with your adrenals? I mean, it was like within 5 seconds. And she said, I do.
Mm-hmm.
And then we were able to get her grounded after that. It was just weird. That is not a question that would normally come up in my mind.
Wow. That's powerful. Yeah.
So I just wanted to let you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Yay. I love to hear.
Yeah.
That's the kind of things I want to hear. Like, how are you experiencing when you're doing this work and what's happening for you when you're practicing with people and, all that kind of stuff. So, because at the end, also remember that this is the pilot. So at the end, I'm going to come back and be like, hey, what do you want? How do you want to improve this? The different things that I want to do, because I've got ideas for the next round. And all of you, of course, invited back to take the course, as many times as you want, because you came into this round. So I know that there's things that might be missing or something will be like this or that, but I also want to know what's really working too, from my own experience, like what we're going to be doing today with these 2 chakras and things like that. And any suggestions about, I would like it, I think it would be better if you started with this or did that, or, or because like I know, Barbara, you said you were like, ooh, I felt like I got so deep so fast and it was almost overwhelming. Like, that's good to know. Like maybe I have to move something to the end, like, kind of situating things in a different way. So it gives me an idea of that kind of stuff. So hearing these types of things really helps. Awesome. All right, lovely. So we are going to, today we're going to be talking about the solar plexus, which is the third energy center, and the heart chakra. Now we have had two whole months almost pretty much on the heart and the heart chakra. So we're not going to be focusing a lot on the heart chakra, but the work of what we're going to be doing is going to combine the energy of the solar plexus with the heart chakra and the heart sun, which you guys already know, so that you can understand how you use in quantum healing the fire of the solar plexus to fuel the energetics of the heart sun and to fuel your toric energy, because everything, everything that you do comes from that center that allows you, when you're in that alignment, the stronger that power is in your solar plexus, the more that energy, that quantum healing energy will be able to emanate from you. And so we use that fire to actually open up the heart chakra and to allow for that opening in the heart and in the heart sun to create that vortex of energy on an even faster and deeper and stronger scale. So we're going to dive into the solar plexus today, and then we're going to practice working on these two chakras together, and understanding how that connection is to really fuel the fire for the toric energy and for the heart sun, which are two of the practices in the quantum healing that are really powerful. We've done a ton of stuff with intuition. I think you guys are really getting the hang of what it feels like to be in that space, and what those pieces feel like. So I want to teach these pieces around the fire of this solar plexus, right, energy, and what that really feels like. So of course we know that the solar plexus is yellow in color, and the feeling and the chanting or the mantra sound is Ram. But when we are looking at and really thinking about the energetics and the mentality of the solar plexus relates to how one feels the world sees us. So how strong is our identity? Unlike the other chakras, and especially the upper ones, the solar plexus has no connection to thought. There's no logic, no reasoning. Its power is entirely related to feeling. So getting into the feeling in this space, in this one, and using that fuel of fire will allow us to use it to burn. Like when you think of fire, when you think of burning, right? When you think of fire, they say the solar plexus has the energy of 1,000 suns in it. So the stronger you can make that for yourself, the more fuel, right, fire fuel you will have to allow for the energy of the heart chakra, and when you're in alignment, to allow for this emanation and this connection into the quantum healing, into this space, so that when you are in that space, you're literally emanating it from your body without having to do anything. And then you can pull the energy of and the energetics in the field you can put those other beings, into your energy, whether it's a person or an animal or a plant or whatever it is, into that energy so that they can heal. So given this, when you think about it, and we say we listen to our gut, right? Or serotonin is the neurotransmitter that's responsible for our mood, as well as many other things. But it has given this, you might consider it to be found in the brain, but they say in fact 90% of it is found in the gut. So thinking about the fact that the serotonin is being released in your gut, think about it, mood, serotonin in your gut. If you have digestive issues, you have things like that, people that have depressions, things like that, most of the time you'll find a connection between depression with digestive issues, or any kind of hormonal stuff going on in this center, which means that they probably have a pretty weak chakra. Remember, feeling again, it's not about logic. And so when we make this area stronger, we're allowing for that energy to really move up, and that helps to produce more serotonin in our bodies, which is the feeling hormone, which then allows us to get into alignment, because we want to feel our way in and not think our way into the quantum healing work. The experience of the the solar plexus is all about understanding that it is a fire. So what we were going to do, what we're going to practice today is practicing the creating a fire in that center area, really creating that, feeling it, right? Like understanding what it feels like, honing into that and seeing what emotions or feelings come up for you. So the way that that I have found that is really powerful is there's two things. You can either imagine that there's a fire there, right? Like a fire burning, or you can imagine an actual sun, right? So we talk about the energetic heart sun. So for me, I like to keep the sun, even though the heart is a green chakra, right? Or a pink chakra area. I like to keep the heart sun, that's what I call it, as the sun, and then use the power of 1,000 suns and imagine that there's a fire in my belly in that chakra, and that fire is fueling this sun, and that vortex of energy is feeling stronger and stronger. So we're going to practice strengthening your solar plexus chakra today, feeling, seeing, noticing that fire. Now the fire, that energy center is yellow, but your fire might be any color. You might have a white fire or blue fire. It doesn't matter for you what that is, but I want you to feel the energy of that and focus on strengthening it. Focus on the feeling of power. So the word that you want to think about is power or strength or confidence, right? Those are the experiences in that space that are going to allow for that fuel. So we're going to practice. We're just going to get in. We're going to practice feeling that kind of fire. And I'm actually going to use a shamanic drumming for this instead, because if you think about, right, like when you think of the power of the drum, it's very different than a lot of the other, when we're doing these meditations and going into this, where we're using something really light and floaty. I want to really have you feel the thunder, right? The experience of that. And, you know, I also got the experience of getting to having beautiful shamanic drumming yesterday done for me. So, which was really beautiful. Thank you, Barbara. So we're gonna work on really feeling that. So just want you guys to get into a space, relax yourself. I'm going to put on, let me see if this is the one that I want. All right, so here, just a light one, nothing too crazy, but I want you to just start to close your eyes. And I want you to focus on the fire energy right in your solar plexus. Start to imagine and feel this fire of energy in the region of your solar plexus. Feel it, notice it. Allow it to really start to hone in and just start to see, what do you notice? What do you feel in there? Feel power, feel confidence, feel strength. Just start to feel it till it becomes so strong that it becomes a physical sensation. Feel the fuel, the fire of that energy burning within your center. Imagine that fire, that energy is flowing up. It's flowing up because it's going to be flowing up into your heart center to allow the heart sun to have more energy and fuel. And it might circle back down and flow back up again and creating a vortex right within you. Allowing and seeing, I actually envision that there's a fire right there, that I'm seeing this fire bubbling up. And just focus on your breath as you're doing this, and imagine with each breath that the energy increases. Just play with it. Imagine it becoming stronger and stronger, creating this sensation of 1,000 suns. And just notice what you feel. Do you feel anything? You see anything? Do you have any sensations in your body? Just notice this is a healing fire. This energy, this fire is a healing fire, and it will transmute energy. So when you have someone or something, when you have an energy around you that's challenging or difficult, you pull it into your solar plexus and you use the fire of your solar plexus to transmute it into something else. Instead of cutting the cords or blocking or disengaging, if you use this center, it will transmute the energy and you can use it for fuel, for healing. It's super powerful. So just feel it. Imagine a negative experience or a challenge that you've had in the last couple of days. Start to bring that up into your experience. And when you do, imagine that it's being sucked into the center of your body, into this space, just taking all of that challenge or that negativity or those thoughts, and they're coming into that center and they're transforming, they're transmuting, and you're using that energy to transform and heal. You're using that energy for fire. And just see it start to dissipate and turn into and start to filter up into a space of love. Keep feeling that sensation. Breathing in that energy, feeling that fire, using it for power and confidence, transmuting that energy. And then just imagine that you're breathing into that area. Breathe into it. Breathe out. Beautiful. Great job. Just take a moment. Just start to come back to this room. All right. All right. So what did you notice with that?
That was so super cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my hands and feet and everything started, they didn't tingle right away, but I mean, I could feel the power in the solar plexus. And it was even before you said, have that energy shoot up into your heart center. I was like, oh, it's going up. As I'm breathing in, I'm feeling the fire. As I'm breathing out, it's shooting up. So, like blowing on fire, I guess. But you were talking about transmuting the negative energy into love. And I had this image in the fire that somehow the negative energy was on little pieces of paper, and then torn up and then thrown into the fire.
Mm-hmm.
And it came out in starbursts of hearts all over the place.
Oh, that's super
So
cool.
cool. That was so cool.
Yeah. Awesome.
Then I was tingling all over the place too.
Beautiful.
So,
and when we do the next practice, we're going to be taking and actually adding the heart sun into that. But do you see how the power of being able, you can use this with people, like if you're out in an energetic environment where there's a lot of negativity around you, you can take that negative energy and turn it into more love, right? It's a really powerful way to transmute things so that you can use that fuel for more of your quantum healing. It's a super powerful technique that is really fun. Like you said, you saw the hearts and everything and stuff, but like, you know, I've gotten to a point where I'm trying to practice now, when I'm in an argument or when I'm in some place where I'm like really like having a heated thing, like taking in that energy in that way and like, you know, it's because it's really, really an awesome experience. I can use it when I think about a thought and different things like that. And when you start to use it in the moment, like when you walk into a room, it's great. And then if you can actually get to the point where you can use it when you're in a confrontation with someone or some situation is happening or something really, you know, negative feeling is going on for you. I don't like to use the words negative and positive, but you know, that kind of feeling, it can really change the whole situation, and they'll change too. Like it happens where the other person is going to shift quickly also. And so it's really awesome and fun.
Thank you. I can certainly use this in my life a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going to take some practice, but I'm on it. Thank you.
Thank you. Does anybody else want to share what they experienced or questions that they have? Okay. All right. Well, then we will go on. So what we're going to do now is we're going to be, I'm going to go back in. We're going to practice that solar plexus energy. And we're going to use that to fuel the heart sun vortex. So we've all done, we've had the heart sun vortex. We're going to do that. I'll still walk you through the process. So I know it's probably been a while. I don't know if you guys are practicing that all the time or if you're using it very often. So I'll walk you through that and you're going to notice, I hope you notice the difference from when you've done the heart sun in the past, the power and the strength that comes when you combine these two together. And the feeling of the emanation that starts to come. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to, we're going to practice that like this. And then I'm going to put you into a room and you're going to do a short practice with someone else, which is what you'll be doing in your techniques labs, is doing this and practicing with someone else of using that fire, shooting it up into the heart sun, and then practicing sending that heart sun back and forth with the fuel of this fire, which is really, really fun, even more fun. So, let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and start back in to this. Dun, 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 dun. So just go ahead and start to breathe again into your body. Feeling the energy of the fire in the solar plexus, that yellow energy, whatever color yours is, imagining this vortex of energy in the region of your solar plexus as it starts to rise up. And just imagine it so strongly. Just keep imagining so that it becomes a physical sensation. Just keep feeling it, keep imagining it. Picture the energy getting stronger and stronger. Just focusing on your breath, imagining that with each breath, the energy increases. And now, just allow this energy to just be the fuel to your heart sun. Since we already just practiced this, we're going to move right into creating the vortex of energy in the region of your heart. So just imagine that heart sun is there. As this fuel of fire starts to shoot up into the energy, and imagine now that vortex of energy in the region of your heart being fueled by this fire. As that fire comes up from the solar plexus, this vortex of energy in your heart starts to get stronger and stronger. Just imagine the combination of these two, just focusing that energy and that fuel and that fire, pushing it up into the energetic heart sun. Imagine that it's moving clockwise or counterclockwise as you feel that energy flowing up from the solar plexus. And just feel it becoming stronger and stronger. Keep feeling it, keep that energy going, and start to play with the energy of the heart sun. Now that it's being fueled by the fire of that solar plexus, you can play with it a little bit, move it around as it becomes stronger and stronger. Use this energy to direct that energy to a place where it can be useful, such as a part of your body that is painful. Or to, if you know someone that is suffering in pain, you can send the energy out. You can send the energy and start to emanate that and pull them into that energy. So either choose yourself or someone else, and just see and notice with the fuel of this fire, this transmutation into the heart and the vortex of this heart sun. Just notice the difference, notice the experience. If you're choosing someone else, imagine that you're facing a friend or a loved one, and you're sending the energy through your heart, fueled by the solar plexus, to that other being with each breath. And as they breathe in, they're still returning and strengthening the energy to you and sending it back to you. It becomes stronger and stronger, being fueled. Beautiful. Great job. Just noticing the difference between the two, coming back into your space, into your room, practicing into your own body. Awesome. Lovely. So now that you've combined the two, so we've been practicing the heart sun and doing a lot of the heart energy and the quantum. Now that you've been able to combine the energy of this solar plexus, the energy of this fire with that, does anybody notice anything different? What was your experience, or what did you notice, if you don't remember, different, but what do you notice now? Yeah, Tyler.
For me, it's like when I was doing the breathing, because my hips have been bothering me. So I just pictured breathing that in and it getting kind of burned up in the fire. And then when I'm breathing it back out, I'm breathing back out lightness and no pain. And it actually faded and they don't hurt right now. So that's kind of nice.
That's awesome. Yeah, beautiful. Great. Thank you for sharing.
I did my, I ran my Healy, the aura analysis, the chakras
Yeah.
before and after. And now it's, you probably can't see this, but look how high I am in the sacral and the root chakra.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah. And I started in the 70s in both. So does work. There's evidence.
Awesome. I love it. Yes. I love you being able to have like when you can test things like that. That's beautiful. Awesome. All right. Anybody else? Okay. So I'm going to put you guys into breakout rooms, and you're going to take it and do the exact practice that we did the second time, where you're going to start the energy of the fire, and then have that coming up into the heart sun. And then if you remember when you were practicing sharing the heart sun with another person, you're going to be doing the heart sun, sharing that energy out, breathing it back in with the fuel of this fire. So that you're adding in. So it's not something you've already done before. You've been practicing the heart sun as part of your experience, but now we're adding in this piece and bringing this fuel into that, and sharing it back and forth. If you want, before, since you guys are now more advanced than you were before, if you want to ask the person if they have something that they're working on or challenge or something they need healed in their body, and you want to focus your intention and your quantum healing towards the healing of that, that's awesome. That really, like if somebody like Tyler has a hip thing going on, or a friend, it's an emotional thing or something like that, you can add that intention and that into this, and use it as a really awesome practice to work on healing right now. So we're going to do it for 10 minutes, and you're both going to be working together, and then I'll bring you back and we'll have a conversation. Any questions? No? Okay. So let's, all right. No, let me go. Okay. So we have a small group today, so it's going to be a group of 2 and a group of 3 we're going to do. So, all right, here we go. Dun, 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 dun. And with the group of 3, you can do like a vortex of energy with it. Welcome back. So, what did you notice different between when you were doing it by yourself just then, and what you noticed when you were in the group? And did you actually set an intention? Did you ask for what was happening and work on something? And what was your experience? What did you notice? Yes, Tyler's shaking yes. So share with me, Tyler.
Okay. It was me and Gina and Renee, and we talked about what it was we were struggling with, and then we made the decision to just basically like share love. And my approach was like, I was breathing in our mental, emotional, and physical fatigue, and that was burning up. Again, like my fire is kind of a vortex, and then it kind of surrounds the heart sun.
Love
and
it.
So then the heart sun acts like a beam that then shoots out. But so I was breathing that in, it was getting burned up, and then I was sending out love and light and healing. And I saw it even not only the vortex inside, but then I pictured us all sitting together in a circle facing each other, and then the energy was just swirling around between the 3 of us.
Yeah. And that's usually what, like, that's why we've done in the past, right? We did the vortex of energy and stuff, because now that you start to do this, you start to see how that happens, right? It will create itself because it's already there for you. I love it. Awesome. Yay. And did you all feel better afterwards or different?
Yeah, so I want to add to that, because when I saw the 3 of us in the breakout room, I was like, yay, because we've done this before and we had an amazing experience. And so I just immediately, the 3 of us were back in Tyler's place in front of the fire again. Mm-hmm. And like, I actually feel like I'm awake now. And before I was just like, oh, I'm just tired and I just want to sit on the couch and veg out today. I mean, I still kind of do, but just, like sending it out, I just feel so much more awake and energized right now. And Gina and I have both got some throat issues. So I just imagined, that the same for us. And it's interesting, and then Tyler with her hips and things. So very similar, but sending that energy out to those specific areas to just
beautiful.
If you want to stretch Tyler out a bit and just.
Yeah. Love it. Thank you for sharing. So I love that we had an opportunity to see a 3 and now to talk to a 2, because it is different. The different when you have different amounts of people doing it, and it can be very. I mean, they're all super powerful. No matter whether you're doing it yourself or in a group of 2 or 3, but it's different experiences. So I'm going to bring up both Michelle. I think was it Michelle and Barbara that were together? Okay, so Michelle and Barbara. So I'm going to add the 2 of you up here. And what did you guys notice?
I had a great experience. I really, I had just worked with Barbara, and I had just done a lab 2-3 days ago. So I was kind of happy when I got her, because I haven't practice marched with Barbara. So no offense to you 3, but I kind of struggle with the 3 people. honestly. Like,
See, and this
like
is,
I need to focus, and it takes me a long time to get a rhythm, a focus going when there's more than two people, or
yeah.
just more than one me and one her. But we discussed what we wanted to do, and she said, we're both feeling pretty good physically, so she wanted to work on her scoliosis. And so at first, nothing was happening. I was just breathing and doing the vortex, and I started feeling better. And then all of a sudden, I felt a flame of fire go into the base of her spine, and it slowly, the fire was climbing up and like burning things away.
Hmm.
And then when I would send the energy again, go back in the vortex and send it, another flame would go up and burn up her spine.
Hmm.
And then my guide was there, and I was like, wow, that's pretty weird. What's going on there? And should I send healing? Because I'm burning her. It felt weird to be set in the fire, but he
But
said
the
no.
fire is healing.
Yeah, so he said no, keep going, and so I kept doing the same thing, and then it turned into just love, like
Hmm.
just now just send healing love. So then the vortex turned into love and coming from our heart chakras, and I could see the love, like it was almost like putting a protective coating over her spine. I don't know if that makes
Mhm.
sense, but
Yep.
that's
And
what
no,
I
that's exactly what happens. Like when I'm working with people, I call them golden band-aids because it's literally what this layer in it, and it's like putting a golden band-aid on something, and it layers on top of the whatever the thing is, right? So yeah, fascinating that you see that too. Yeah, that's cool.
wow,
Yeah,
amazing. So
yeah, awesome.
yeah,
Yay.
I'll let Barbara talk now because we didn't
Okay.
get to finish our conversation. Thank you.
Me? Okay, I'm unmuted, I think.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, to finish what she had to say about me, I see the chiropractor every week, and so he taps, and when he taps this one place, he goes, "That's the apex." So I am very aware of where the apex of my curvature is.
Mm.
Only when he taps it, though. Okay, I mean, I couldn't tell you where it was, like physically, like just sitting here normally. But when Michelle was working on me, all of a sudden I was like, each time I breathe in, I'm feeling that apex. And,
Mm.
so I kind of was like, okay, you can't focus on just that right now. That's really neat. Okay, go on, go on. But that was really neat. That was really neat. So yeah, she was doing something, or
Yeah.
something was happening, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so everything that I said before is the same that happened. She was asking for help. She started, I hope she did. Michelle, you don't care if I say what okay. She's working on a cleanse, so her stomach doesn't feel real good, and she's looking for some mental clarity. So I, put her in the whole space, and then the fire's burning, and I pull her into my space. And when she gets into my space, instead of little papers bursting into hearts, they burst into red roses, which still means love to me. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know, I'm a romantic or something. But I could like feel her, and it was like my heart was connecting with her heart back and forth. And then I noticed that my mind, it just felt clearer. Now I don't know if she got any clarity. My stomach was all jumpy initially, and it isn't now. And I don't know if that's a reflection on her stomach or not. So I don't know what happened for her, if she felt anything or not, but that was
Okay.
my experience.
Well, so first off, roses, you know this, rose quartz, rose petals, rose essential oil are all love energy. So the fact that you saw red is not a romantic, it is the truth. That's the energy of rose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and Michelle, did you experience it? Were you experiencing anything else? Because I know you saw what you saw with going on with her, but did you experience
I
anything physically?
did. I felt, you know what? I was just passively receiving her energy, really. So I wasn't really focused on
Right.
myself at all, but I was passively receiving whatever she was sending, and I was sending her, energy back to her. And there came a point where our hearts were connected, and the healing, the I don't know, waxy stuff was going down her spine, the healing stuff, that it just turned into love. And we were just sitting in like a love vortex.
Mm.
And now that it's over, my stomach feels completely normal. I wasn't sick, but I was a little like anxiousy type. I don't know how to explain it. And then I feel much more clearer mentally. So yeah, whatever you did worked, because I was feeling a little tired and fuzzy, kind of feeling like, you never have brain fog.
Yeah.
brain fog. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, it
Well,
works.
that's really interesting because all I really did was do the heart song and put
Yeah.
heart sun and put you into the space and thought about clarity for your mind and soothing your stomach.
Yeah.
That's all I
That's
thought
the key.
about.
What you're getting to here is the fact, first off, right? Quantum healing is all about return to wholeness. It's all about bringing love in and allowing the distortions, because the distortions don't truly exist. We are whole at our core. And so we don't want to focus on the challenge. We want to focus on the love and the healing and the intention of healing or clarity or whatever those things are. So you're doing the exact thing that you're supposed that is meant to be happening in quantum healing, which is why the power of it works. We're never focusing on the problem. We're always focusing on the solution and bringing love and energy into it and using the fuel of the fire to burn up and transmute anything that is a distortion in the field. That's what you're doing.
Yeah,
That's
I
so
love that you said
simple.
that about being whole, because that word came up when I was sending the energy to her. Because I was talking to my guide and the fire was going off, and I'm like, why does she have this? Can't she be whole? Couldn't she just be a whole, perfect, you know?
Yeah. Yep.
And wow, so it's amazing that you said that, and that's what I heard, from him.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Beautiful. Awesome. Thank
Yeah.
you for sharing. Yay. Lovely, everyone. So, all right. Before we end today, any other questions or ahas or anything that you want to share? Okay. So we will, you'll have all of your techniques labs. This is what you'll be doing in the techniques labs on Friday. So you'll be working on building and working on that, on the fire of the sun, or I mean, of the fire in the solar plexus, and using that for the fuel of the heart. I'm not having you practice because like in the last one, the lower chakra, in the middle chakra, we practice like, what does that look like? What does that feel like? You can do that intuitive stuff now that you know how to do it. You can do that with each of the chakras, but I want to practice this specific force into the energy of using that as a fuel in the fire. So that's what you guys will be doing. You'll have, of course, all your instructions and everything to go with that, and you'll get the next layers of the information about the next two chakras that will all be part of this week. Okay. Love you all. All right, darlings. Have a beautiful, beautiful week.